for a second while I do a little work here and post the tweets. Just enjoy some chill, slow synthwave. Now we're going to do some crafting stuff. You'll notice that you'll notice that I in fact have GIMP open as opposed to either a video game or my camera. That's because we're going to be working on something. We're working on something special. We're going to post the Peach channel too. This. As will these gifts. Rock it on. I'm going to drop the art here too. Alrighty. Now, where was I? Alright, so today we're trying something brave. I may actually even be playing a YouTube video here that I will be using as a tutorial. But I am going to attempt... Oops, that's not the right one. This is the right one. I'm going to attempt to create a 3D object. Now the thing is that the... Alright, this symbol really speaks to me because A, it has a historical significance to the Space Wolves, and obviously the Void Wolf is kind of a perfect thing for our boys here. And I want to try and make this a symbol that I can use. Now the problem arises in that this is about the best quality image I could get, and this is from a PDF copy of the Black Book, the Horus Heresy Book 7, Inferno, which is about the Burning Prophet. Now, you'll have to forgive me, I'm not super good at GIMP. And unfortunately, some of the lighting here looks like this might get a little different. Too much. See if we can maybe do this. So yeah, the idea is that I put this in 3D Builder, and this should help me make a 3D object all of this. I'm doing my best here to follow the lines, but it is very small. Doesn't need to be perfect, because this thing will be fairly smoothed out, you know, because of how small it really is. Plus, I can make any final modifications if it's required. What does crop? I hit crop to content. Oh, crop to selection? There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's better. That turning back. Select, invert. Now if I do this, there we go. Let's go file. Export as I'm going to move this over here just in case. I was wise too. I'll return this and this. Is remarkably the basis of what I'm looking at. It's a little rough, I'll say. It is very close. Thing is, there's these black bits. Tell you what, I'm gonna move this over here. Oh wow. Edge? Wow. Fan. That's actually pretty neat. I'm gonna do the contour. Oh, okay. Hold on. We can fix this here. I can do that, and that fills it back in. What about the smoothness? Oh yeah, I go maximum smoothness. No, that's a little too smooth. Textures. Okay, this just gives me the object. I want that on max. We go here, we can basically turn this thing inside out. We want it here. Because we want the swirl patterns to be here. It's perfect. Let's say input an image. Got it. Okay. It. How do I cut a bit? I just want to cut into these segments just a little. In order to create the contour. Oops. Follow. Not quite what I was looking for. After that. Sorry, this is my first time doing anything like this, so I'm kind of experimenting. This and glosses. It does really round it out there. Looking for the opposite of emboss. The opposite. Oh, does. See, it carves it out. Okay, so embossing is what I'm looking for out of it. Uh-oh. This just cuts it. So does the emboss tool. How do I do this? Looks like we might need to do this. I think I can figure this out. Brush. Huge. Where's that like? Yeah, so. In there. And the spiral. Okay. Now we have that spiral. From all the way out to there. Right, and I just do the same thing. What is like a plus thing now? Which one? spirals. And then we're going to try. So, I've done that. Now we can insert load image. Virus. So now we can see we import this image for now. But as we can see, I'm going to set this off to the side. We're going to edit, we're going to emboss, pattern, load. Try to make this. Okay. It was close. size. Oh no, that's too big. That's the right size. Well, let's try making it very cute. I have it on 10. Let's see what it says. This. Try it out this time. What happens if I just try embossing again? Just go emboss. And I just literally do it again. Trying to offset it slightly. And hit emboss. So what happens now? Well, it's got the texture to it. Actually, we should be able to do some scaling with this. I don't know. How much more does this thing honestly need? Because it is. If I go to wireframe. I wish there was a way I could like water this. Only question is, did this whole thing cut? This thing did cut all the way. I don't know if that's right. This one didn't come. This one's still flat. I think I can cut this out manually and get the rest of it. And on smaller bits, it's not going to be that obvious. It's kind of big and save it in STL format. What's it's on the decal? I don't think I want to put this. Nope. That's why. Do the simple pattern here. Info frames. So. I will also save this. Oops, I accidentally just. I clicked on it. We'll just take a moment to get rid of it, don't worry. And we're back. A little technical jump there. And we can still make edits to this as required, you know, because it does look kind of like thick, but that may not be the worst. Now, let us see. Nope, we don't need to see last autosave. What we need is we drop the voidwolf.stl in here. Will you look at that? Yo! It's not perfect. I think maybe a larger one I'm going to have some issues. I think I need to do some better design on a smaller one. Because if I go here, the Iron Wolf, infantry, shoulders, and there's blank shoulders. End up doing this, we'll go with it. Oh. Hey, Quasar! Is that the Quasar I see? Well, now you've followed. You have a temper. Admittedly, I might need to figure out how to work this, because this thing is not quite curved enough to fit, is it? To actually attach everything. Interesting. How you been, Quasar? How have you been? Oh, am I not very loud? Interesting. I'll crank that back up. How do I sound now? Does it sound a bit better? Okay. I'm actually gonna probably help if I move my, So I'm using a headset mic, but the headset's not actually on my head, it's sitting in front of me. Because I'm weird like that. Okay. So. It's a little scuffed, yeah. But it works just fine. And it keeps my head from being sweaty. Interesting. So I am currently, so this is my show, Arcane Arts and Crafts, and I am currently working on my Space Force Army project that I am 3D printing. And I have come into information about this symbol from 40K. And I want to use this symbol for my channel. And so what I've done is I've taken this symbol, put it into GIMP, cut it into this, put it in a 3D builder, and this turned it into this 3D object. And what I'm trying to do is modify this 3D object so that when I put it in here, you can see right here, that I can, and this is my arranger for my my anycubic photon for my 3D printer. And so the idea is to go from this image to a 3D image that is an STL that I can then 3D print on my 3D printer and put on my actual models. And I'm actually intending to make this onto a shoulder pad. And it looks okay so far, but I'm running into a little bit of a problem where, if you see here in the arranger, this thing doesn't quite, like, to get it, like, touching at the top, it sinks all the way in there. So I need to figure out the best way. I've been doing embossments for the most part, so probably something like this where, like, just extending it and making it thicker and then merging that into one object. So probably extrude down? Extrude down. So that makes it thicker. You know what, that was too thick. We're gonna try. Oh, I see. So we add maybe that much. Go down. Whoa. Well, that was thicker. Okay, so. Yeah, we'll try this out. File, save as. Before I do anything else, I need to delete this so it's not in use. STL, save. Yeah, sorry. Anyway. But yeah, I'm trying to turn this into a icon that I could actually use. We're going to do our scaling again. Now this is a bit thicker, so I might be able to do what I need here. Okay, close. Probably maybe rotate this for a little bit. The holes go all the way down? No, they shouldn't be all the way through. They should. There is a hole right here that goes all the way through, which is fine. But no, the embossment's still there. Besides, this looks about right, doesn't it? Maybe move it a little deeper in here. Yeah, so for the shoulder pad, this works. This works just fine. Fact. How do I... How do I perma-merge these? That's mirror, that's copy. This is measure, nope. No, that's for the supports. So what's the best way to actually turn these into a single unit? Edit object. I do have to move it a little bit though because this piece is not quite centered. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a merge button. I'm just trying to find it. This is my first time doing something this advanced. We'll do export selected models. Let's try that and see what happens. Aha! Now this isn't even one, like this one is still one object, two objects. You can delete this, and now this one is one object. I just had to save it as its own ST. Now let me put it in the right folder. Infantry. Let's go to the shoulders. Okay, but here we have a completed custom shoulder pad. Hell to the yeah. And it's perfectly detailed enough for as big as these things are, because these things are not very large. However, I need a larger one. To go on a dreadnought. to, let's see if we can... I'll just kind of... this one's got a hand in it, so this one should give you an indication of scale. Is, you know, that's got a hand in it. So I need something to go on either one of these, I think on one of these shoulder pads, probably this shoulder pad. This is a conversion someone else did of a Redemptor. Mine's slightly differently set up, and it's going to be on a bigger base, and it's going to have a bunch of crap with it, but the idea is the same. So I want a bigger one. And more importantly, I want one that is kind of a little bit better put together. So, unfortunately, this is about the highest resolution I could find for this. In fact, to show you the actual image itself, this is what I took from a PDF. And this is about the best I have. The actual transfer sheets are even smaller than this thing. They're pretty big, so I'm having to improvise here. Now I want to clean this one up a bit so that it can be used. So that it can be used. And I'm just trying to figure out what's the best thing. So, like, I just need to figure out what is this thing missing to be, what details is this, would a larger version of this thing have? I can file down the hard edges and stuff. That's not a big deal. I can handle that. I can gouge these out with my X-Acto knife to actually make them more deep and pronounced. I can do all that myself. But what does it need? Because there are definitely going to be details, other details, you know? I'm thinking teeth. Am I crazy? Is that what it looks like it's really missing? Teeth? What do you think, Quasar? Yeah, most of this looks fine. It just feels like it needs teeth. I probably want a thinner version of this as well. In fact... Can we do an inverse extrusion? What if I do this? No, that's not right. I'll just do that. And we'll save this one as a void wolf. Yeah, which is fine on a smaller scale when it's not that big, but for larger, that's going to look a bit weird. Wolf thing. Alright, now. Here's where the magic happens. Layer, new layer. Call this one teeth. Okay. And we're gonna just do a simple. So what do we think? We think here, here. Actually, we want to go over the top, right? Yeah, we want to go here. Okay, and then we're going to paintbrush. Oh, weird. That's not what I wanted it to do. Oops. That's so finicky. Let's try it. Start here. Interesting. I guess because it's so small, that's what the pixels are. Okay, you know what? Let's try this. Emboss pattern. We'll cut these a little. We'll try and cut these manually. Why are you not rotating? Alright, I don't know, 10. Go back to 0. Minus 10. Minus 20. Minus 30. Scale here. Sometimes this thing is pretty finicky to deal with. All the way down through. Open box. Oh, well, I didn't want to go all the way down through because that actually ended up... This thing does not want to select an object. That ended up coming through the bottom side. Not one. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Man, this thing's rotation, it's kind of weird. Oh, okay, weird. Interesting. We might have to try this slightly. Oh my god, damn. Oh, it doesn't help that my stupid layer will disappear on me. Please. Very strange that that's what's happening with this. No, it's ellipse. No, I've not. This is literally my first, like, endeavor in the process entirely. I'm just trying it out. So I've not tried out SolidWorks at all. The problem is I'm not getting that triangle shape that I want. Is the just make a damn shape tool in this damn program. Paint tools. Selection tools. The emboss tool kind of works, but it's a little weird. Alright, here's what I think. I think my problem paint. Is that I just where's this? And paste. Paste. Kind of elongate it like that. Oops. Come on. There we go. Okay. Paste. Rotate. Flip. Flip. probably don't know. Let's do this. File. Save as. Hold on 1 second, just to make sure because I have a feeling I know what order it's going to want to bring up. Just going to move this out of the way. Go back. Okay. So add load image. Go here, go here. Inverse. There we go. Wow, it's made that a lot bigger. I say we scale that down a whole bunch. Like a ton. I'm just doing a dry fit here, so this isn't really a, I should actually get it down there. Alright, that'll do the trick. Okay, so edit, emboss, cancel. We don't want to emboss. We want to emboss this, not this. Emboss, pattern, load. Probably a little bit bigger. Oh dear. That's not right. That's not right at all. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna try something. Open. This. damage. Crop the selection. I'm so very confused as to why why I can't seem to edit any of this. Here we go. New layer. Get a new layer under this. That'll let it work. Just trying to get these in there. I don't know. I'd say that is leg. Okay. Let's try to get that one in there. Cancel. Insert. Add. Pattern. Load. No, that's still getting right. Let's export this as a PDF. Yeah. Into this. Boss. So close. Okay, this isn't working. Literally do not understand why I can't edit this image properly. Alright, we're gonna try something else then. I want to try the... Oh, manual boss feels weird. We have some weirdness going on here, in that for some reason when I do embossing doesn't actually cut a section of this. So I think I gotta make the edits here, but I'm uncertain of how to make those edits. Let's see. I mean, for some reason I can't just make a circle or a triangle in this damn this damn program. I just want to make a circle. Okay, thoughts. Because even now, look, just looking at this already would look better if those were cut out. Is there any way to erase this? Mm-hmm. So the problem I'm running into is that this is a very low resolution image. Which, you know, isn't that big a deal because of the, you know, I'm not going to preserve the color. This thing is going to have color with these pixels. The problem I'm running into is making triangles. Whoops. What is our best solution here? Because this has come out pretty well. This looks cool. But I need this to be just a little bit cleaner for something harder. I could cut the teeth myself. It will be kind of difficult though. Because the resin's kind of on the hard side. It has a tendency to crack along cuts and split. It's mounted a little bit here. Not too much. This is a dilemma. I wonder, with that cleared out, can I do this? This is a conundrum. Oh, not yet, okay. How do we make it go to the layer that I want? Invert select. Oops. I don't think this is gonna work the way I want it to work. Edit, cut, file, new. Okay, whatever. New there. Oops. Okay, file, export, oof, export, export, edit, emboss, pattern, load, tooth, pattern, load, tooth, I guess it's just not reading, huh? Huh. This has left us with a strange dilemma. So this has left us in a very weird spot. I was hoping to find some way to clean this up to make this a little more presentable for a larger pen. I think I may have to file the teeth in myself. Okay. How do I actually scale this thing? I'm looking at it. Split. I think if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna have to file the teeth in myself and just clean it up by hand. Unfortunately, my image I'm working with here is just so low res, triangles don't even work. And it's the highest res image I could find of this thing. So I may have to put these in by hand, which is no biggie. Let's save this. Okay, so go ahead and close that. Hold this open. Go ahead and drop the icon in here. This will be wolf thin. Thankfully it works. Well, there's a little weirdness going on here. Whoops. Let's do a repair. I actually think I closed 3D Builder just a little too soon because I needed to export that as an ST. I guarantee that's what's happening. Save as. STL. Let's say. I don't know. Let's look at it. Let's see. There's some battle music here. This thing's still going. Okay. I'm super stoked though, because like, it totally just made a custom shoulder. Now, crazy to me? Like, it's like actual magic. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be able to like just make models in 3D in 3D Builder from scratch. And let this thing continue downloading. Well, we saved it as an STL, actually. Stop. We're just going to stop, and we'll just try this again. Oh, weird. I had like 2 objects. Let's check the STL this time. Yeah, see, the STL's working. Let's see. It is pretty cool looking though, even without like the teeth. I would love to have the teeth, and I think I can file the teeth in by hand outside. I can clean a lot of this up by hand outside. It looks really cool, doesn't it? Alright, let's red knots. Okay. But that's a 3D model. And this for battle music, this is not very exciting. Back to Synthwave. I see. Move, red knot. Counts. Whoa! Cancel. Cancel. Oh, wait. Oh, it's trying to find void thing. Delete object. Yeah, we don't need that. Only object we need right here is this. Which is just fine. Okay. I'm gonna take a moment to look at my bits. See. Looks like we're gonna need about. Alright, copy. We're just gonna make like 3 of these. Actually, we're going to pair magic medium left. here. Copy. Oh, this will be a little print. Go here, we can export slices. And then we're just going to take a moment and stretch for a moment, and then I'm going to move my camera set at my desk, and we're going to play around with the actual dreadnought that this stuff is going on. There. You get to watch the rendering process. This will be a really fast one. That would be the 3D file for my. Close this. This. Save. Need that. So that. I'll leave this open for a moment while I. My camera, make sure it's all working right. For some reason, it has defaulted to Korean. New factory hits. We'll reset the factory settings. That. Now. See me for a moment. Could have swore this was the right one. Interesting. Oop. Oop. Just see me for flashes. Should be this one. For some reason, it is not. For some reason it does not want to connect like it used to. Yeah, we're gonna try something. This boy in here, it might be the USB hub. You might not want to wrap the USB hub, so we're gonna try that. Let's see what happens. JK, no way. That's definitely not real. plug this back in. It's not. Restarting it. Okay. I'm getting video on this. I do not want to be moving on that. Let's see. Okay, there you go. This up down there. Hey, what do you know? It works. Just gonna do a little maneuvering. A little bit of stuff. My mic is right over here because I'm lazy and I'm using a headset that's not on my head. But here we are. Much better. Excuse me if the lighting is a little bit strange. One of my lights has gone out, and I have not fixed it yet. But here we are, with this mess. And we're having our beautiful squad rail off over here to keep us company. That way. Water. Let me clean this up so that you guys can actually see what the hell's going on here. So, these are the primary components of Easel's Iron Peak. These right here. And these are his legs, his right arm, his left arm, his torso. And this is his base. What I've done is I have taken the STL and printed out a buggy, for those of you who are new here, which I'm assuming Quasar is new, because I don't think Quasar's actually seen me work on this guy yet. And this is the engine block, and this is what's left of the back platform. This is also part of the back platform. I do want to find a place to put the gun, and I have some parts for a driver here, who I may end up leaving off. And here's the driver's seat. So I may end up leaving the driver off in the end, but now. There's driver's heads. Put those over there. What I'm trying to do is just kind of figure out his final posing, which I've about got done. Because it was like this. Not quite. It was like this. Where he will be dragging. Kind of hard to see with my hands in there. But this hand slots very neatly. I'll do a little filing shaving here over this part of the axle, and so he's going to be dragging this like hunk of metal behind him on the ground. And kind of like that. And then I think he's going to be stepping on this component, which I do believe I needed to. Something along the lines like that, brushed that way. Which I should probably do it from the other side. So probably something like have a wheel here. Okay. Where's this thing normally go? And this thing normally goes here. I don't know, maybe we could just put this on here. Yeah, but we got slashed over. But I don't know. I think we're gonna leave the orc off. It would be fun to have a dead orc on there, but I feel that this starts to get a little too visually busy if we press too hard on it. So I don't want to overbalance it. So I don't want this to be a giant mix. And we got a license plate here that says Ardbuster. We have this on the front grill here because he thought he could bust the Ardizek Dreadnought and failed. Now today we're doing a little bit of rocket surgery. Because I need to cut the back end of this thing off at a snip. Because I'm going to use green stuff to mold it like it has been melted. I hope this big old hook blade is going to work. Just going to kind of this way over here. Just going to start sawing in here. It should be better if I had a saw, but at last I don't. I really wish I had like a clamp or something to hold this with. Should probably actually do this on the mat, yeah? Be careful when you're doing this, lads. This can lead to cuts and stuff. I am currently cutting the preliminary cut all the way around. Sorry about the alarm. Nice and gentle. Don't try to force it. The sharp-ass knife do its work for you. Eventually, once we cut this through, I'm going to start taking clippers to this thing. Parts and stuff are going to pop off. Unfortunately, I just snapped off the front grill, but it's not a big deal. Probably should have waited to do this part before I did that. But you can see how the fact that I have to rough handle this is, causing bits to fall off, so maybe assembled it a bit too much, but we're learning. Clippers. I'm going to use my big clippers here. These are my industrial ones that I use for metal and stuff. Yeah, good. You can see, because I pre-cut it, it kind of breaks along the line. Now I'm using a very brittle, very hard, quite hard wearing actually. This thing needs tungsten steel bits to get through. But I'm using a very hard resin here. And that's why it's kind of snapping off so cleanly after I cut it. You can see now, once we end up returning the front grille wherever it's supposed to go. We'll figure it out. Not a big deal though. The big part is now that the back section is missing. It still slots in right there, like that. So what we do is we're going to use green stuff and kind of string this out like it's molten block. I do think I'm going to go ahead and clip off this top part. This piece right here. Perfect. Now that we have this kind of rough back end, we'll look. I might not do the green stuff today, but we've now got the canvas we need to work with the green stuff. Now that we've done that, we'll put this back. So, we've done that. I think a big thing we need to work on building up now. Actually, one thing I think we need to decide on right now. We got to do this right now before we really get them assembled. Is I kind of have to figure out where some of these bits go. So, first things first, let me pop this off, and when it's these green clippers are over here. We're just going to clip this. This is the Icarus rocket pod. This goes on top. We can probably just get this into place. Let's just put it right on off. An X-Acto knife and clean this up just so it's nice looking. It's okay if it's not perfectly centered, it is like a turret thing. Interesting. It's not going to... For one, that's not helping. Shave that off, huh? Oh, we gotta flatten it. We gotta actually flatten this bottom. Should be using forceps for this. That's better. Now we should be able to get this. got ourselves a wolf eagle skull here. Probably gonna use this one. Got a wolf eagle skull. And we have a symbol of the two-headed wolf Morkai. Now, the reason this is here is because all the dreadnoughts, both and rune priests and wolf priests, all belong to the same great company within the Arcane Wolves, the 13th Company, which is called the Howl of Morkai. This is also where lone wolves and like those that are like spiritually or mentally damaged go. So Wolfen, lone wolves, soul scarred become the Hounds of Morkai, that kind of stuff. And so all of them are part of the 13th Company. Hence, this is his company marking rather than the Hellblade marking that I have been using. Which I should see about converting that one into a 3D model too. Now that I've done it once, do it again. Okay. So we have this. We have the wolf head. This cute little shield. So it's got some straps. I'm going to hang that on him. Now this is the thing that I originally was using as a chapter symbol, but I am now in the middle of, because even these, you'll see that this guy has it. I really wish this light was operating again. But you can see that he's got it. But I'm going to be making a transition to the Void Wolf symbol that you saw me just create. So I'm setting Rayloff here because Rayloff is going to be my guide for where these different markings go. And it looks like chapter marking goes. I literally just had that thing in my hand. What did I say? I have another one here, that's fine. We can put this guy in front. This one will go here for the pack markings, because that's where his company markings will go. The company markings will go on this side. Well, the chapter markings, sorry, not the company. And I'm actually thinking I might put the shield back here. Drape like a thing that anyone who was previously watching me will remember, talking about my wolf fur tablet, with wolf fur template, which has arrived, and I can now use this to mold green stuff into wolf fur. And I was thinking maybe we drape one across the back here, and we set this. Oops. Or I could go with this on the front. I kind of like the idea of putting this on the front. Yeah, I think I like the idea of putting it on the front. I do still like the idea of a wolf top on the back, but I don't think that needs a... So we can do a little bit of something. It's a little bit flimsy. the damage. So we will be using things that are really damage. Jank. It's not too bad. I think we will. Let's just get some gear and get it into place. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't think we're gonna put any feeler on the front of this guy. No, I don't. Doesn't feel like it. Doesn't look right. Still more pointed. Really seems to be a little bit large. I think we're not going to put anything like that on that front of this. I think that's a fine place that we put some battle damage. I think the thing that we need to work on now that's really of importance is the base. And I think the base is our biggest stop thus far. I think we need to get this base done. And get him and his legs positioned on. I actually think just something like that is better than having some extra thing crushed. This is probably cut away. It's already cut away, so I can also do green stuff, molten metal green stuff here. Alright. So now this leaves us with the question of how are we going to base this base? What are we going to put this on? How does one do this? I need like 4 is a good way to do rocks. Let's see what I've got here. I got more butcher paper and super glue here. This is pads for the stand. Cork. Wreckage. That counts. Good substitutes for stone. So for these guys, I used the cardstock from from packaging, and used that to create these bases. But right now, I need to think about how to make like rubbly, rocky ground. cork is a common way to do that. Or that actual dirt is not an uncommon way to do that. So large. That there, engine in hand. This course. Gonna have to look at some references, I think. I don't think I'm gonna need to cut into this mode. I think that this is still kind of push. Make it pose a little bit more dynamic. We'll hold off for now. I don't know if it's recording. I don't know, I would actually like this light to be turned out this way. I will probably still end it. But before we make that mark, we are going to take a moment, because I want to glue the bits on after I have this. So we're going to take ourselves a moment. So. It will be easier if I glue this in place. Let's glue this board down. But I know I also want to partially bury it. Maybe I should have fired that. But I think we will. And yes, I did just write this in pretty long time. But it's a lot better. Now we're just going to let that sit for a while. It's kind of in the wrong position, huh? Need the angles to be. This is actually going to be a little bit more difficult to attach than I originally thought. I might even need to pin this. You would think it would actually have lots of surface area, but it really doesn't. We're going to let that sit like that. So one of these will go on here. Oh, sorry.
Beyond everything we knew.
Trailer. Even like, I don't know if I really want to. They could connect. You know, they'd kind of be in the right vicinity.
Where there was no cornfield, no memory, no grave. Come with me.
We should tag this real quick. could, like it's still glopping together.
No grave.
Alright. Connect to the two? That could be cool. But I'm gonna want to do that after I finish the base. So while we're here, we can attach ourselves our Icarus rocket pod.
No memory.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. That's a very flimsy piece. I hope that'll do it. Still trying to think about what to cover this base in. Just thinking about what I've got. I don't know if we have any ripped up corkboard or anything like that. Stone. Let's see. Get a little inspiration here. Let's check this out. We will check out stone bases. Let's see what people have to say. Not stone pavement. That's them doing rock tiles. Some wood chips.
And what I did was I just took them and I trimmed the corners and the Force 9 Hobby Scenics. I just found it at my local store. It was on clearance, so I figured mine...
Okay. Interesting. Desert bases. That actually looks cool. I should make a look at that. I should look through that one. Too worried about how to paint stuff. I can figure that out. Paint scene bases. Okay,
In today's video, I'm showing you how to paint anything that is overwhelmingly required.
and
making sure that you at least go to the edges of your base. Brush on something, but as efficiently as possible. So hopefully you like the tutorial. If you would like to see the model that is going to be on it, the Ultramarine, then please check out our other videos. We've also got an Imperial Fist, and we are smashing our way through Indomitus as we speak. If you have any more suggestions for future content, pop them below. We read all of them, and anything that is overwhelmingly requested jumps its way up the list to creation. Let's get stuck in. Okay, so we've got our base here. This is just a Grelin Earth. If you'd like to see more on that, we've done a tutorial on how to control it. It's kind of the size of the flakes in the past. We'll link that in the video.
It's a GW texture. Don't have this. Interesting. Okay, so what are we looking at for our bases? So I need something that will imply the interior of a Space Hulk or asteroid. Rather than fighting orcs like in the racetracks. I have no texture. Trying to think of what I have that I can use. I'd have to do a quick count. That totally did not go in. We'll figure that out. But it's now a simple problem. Not this next one here. Carefully cut. And this one we have to actually cut. We can't do the clipper method. Because one of the toes broke out. That was... Whoa! Oh, we have some broken toes. We'll have to fix that. Yeah, those can be fixed. In fact, I think I'll actually switch out for this here. There we go. I think I will put a wolf fur like that pellet over this. Here we're going to end up doing a reset. First, I want to file. As soon as I locate what I have left in my files, just shaving this part down to flatten it out so that it slots better against this. And we'll do the same on this side a bit. Just going to get the edges so it sits a little bit flatter, a little bit better. Do not need to do a lot. This powerful file. Now we have of this kind of splayed out, we're going to get ourselves a little green stuff. These colors won't even do damage to us. Not really a lot. And as has been given a tip to me that I will pass to you, do not use this little part where the two pieces of green stuff, this epoxy putty, meet, because it will be, a lot of people say it is partially cured, and that would make sense considering that you can literally cure this by mixing it, and that's where they touch. So we're just going to make ourselves a little blob of green stuff. We have plenty of time to work. Actually has a note. Before I do anything else, I require water. I'm going to take some of my drinking water and I'm going to pour it in this dish. And that will suffice. And then we'll go back to mixing. See, now that we've mixed the two, it has turned green. And make a little more just to be thorough about it. I'm starting to use water on my fingers and stuff because it's going to start getting sticky. I'm going to roll this up to a little ball. And take our boys here. In there. So I know it's a bit more. Oops. See already that we have a more dynamic pose with him stepping out to the side like this. Would have been smarter to pin into place, but it's okay. We're going to give this a few hours to cure. That's going to take a couple hours to cure. Then once it's hardened up, we're going to come back and look. Now, I'm going to get myself a drink and a refreshment. I will leave you with music while I do that. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to take a look around and see if there's anything I can use for this course. Alright, I'll be right back. I return to you with good news. I found styrofoam and cork roll, which I should be able to utilize. Nothing else, I can use the cork roll as like a partial texture. One thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick off a chunk of this styrofoam and put some super glue on it, see what happens. It doesn't feel very sturdy, so I'm hesitant to use it. We'll see what happens here. As far as this corkboard, it is sticky corkboard. So, but you can see we'll still tear bits of rock. Won't be perfect. This should fulfill our needs. And we'll have to decide what are the components. It's also pretty sticky. I'm not going to use this piece yet. We're going to go ahead and... This is all glued in place. Take a chunk of this off because I have a bit too much on. Do the trick. Make sure that these stay level. This one's a turn. Sit and let that guy kill. By the way, this is why I was talking about it. See how the super glue is just eating through it? That's why I just put super glue on it first. Now, let's see what we can do with this. Do is you can take this, hold this, snap it in half, kind of do this kind of stuff. Make these kind of thick, almost shale-like rock layers. So yeah, let's try doing some of that. I'm just literally tearing this off, peeling it away, and just folding it in on that side, so that it breaks in all kinds of places. It gets kind of tough. And I could cut through here. There's this angle. We can cut it like this. There are some more rocks. Relatively flat things, but we can start to stack them. I actually think I'm going to want texture paint for this. Okay. just like that. See, we're gonna fill in the base. We can adjust this more once we have this. But it does look like the best way to like make this look like rocks is going to be to texture it. Although, you know what I could have done? I could have laid a big circle of stuff down and done like a half-buried metal floor, you know? But I don't think I'm going to do that. Bust it in half. That way. And that way. I guess we just cut this off. Tear that up a little bit. Just keep adding on to this. It's especially useful once you start getting down into the stuff that's not at the edges. Get down into these things, because none of it's like got that uniform shape to it anymore. Those big cluster of rocks. They're like ground up stone now. I have to start using scissors though. Some of this is getting a little tough to cut. That can be a little cleaner than I wanted it to be, but we'll figure it out. I'm just doing that to adjust the fit as I go, so I'm kind of doing some haphazard, semi-random fashion. Yep. Another toe broke off. Probably best that those toes are coming off, because I think I should reposition them. You know? Wait a little bit after the walrus in place. Probably gonna pin it in place too. Give my tungsten steel bits into this. Now we let that sit. That's got to cure for like 24 hours. This we're going to give a bit to cure as well. Let's see, what else can we do? Particularly interfere, especially if I need to upgrade here. Oops. Okay. All right. I think that is what we are going to call for the night. Because I've got to let these set. And be nice and sturdy for when I turn around and start looking for more green stuff. Well, is there anything else I can do with green stuff today? I can't really do... This has to dry out before I can do it. I kind of need to make sure the legs before I can do any of this. But I kind of need to have those ready before... I kind of need this leg ready before I can do any of the posing that matters. So, that was my second stream for the day. We got some really good work done. Improvising, some hedge wizardry, that's the word. To improvise ourselves some a good old base. Got some cork, covered everything cork now. Those will be painted to look like rocks when I'm done. Be nice and great. Kind of have like ashy bits on them, and then this will be work green stuff to make this like a molten blob. And then there'll also be a molten blob trailing from the backside of that engine. And then we will also fix the toes, which I'm going to place right here, next to the shield, just make sure. The toes popped off, but that's because they were kind of awkwardly positioned for what I was doing. Once I've done that, I will, once this is all dry, the first thing I will do is I will set up the pin for him to be mounted to this base. And then once that is set, I will be able to put him on, take him off, put him on, take him off as required. And then in the end, I will have to probably look for some texture. So, thank you for joining me. Make sure you have completed your wizard homework, because there will be a quiz next time. Makerplier, Lannery, and I'm Quasar. Thank you for hanging out, and y'all have yourself a magical evening.